and welcome to the Wellness Connector. We're so glad you joined us today. I'm so excited to share something that I am so personally passionate about, and that is using essential oils. And so today we have two good friends. I have Leslie and I have Alicia, who came all the way from Colorado just to be here. Thank you for being here, ladies. I'm so excited to dive into what I've been using for years, but kind of more in depth, because I know I want to learn a lot more. And I'm sure all of you want to learn a lot more. And because we're all on this wellness journey together, we have some other great guests here today just to explore how beneficial these oils are to our health and well-being. The big picture of wellness, as Leslie likes to say.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I got started in doTerra. So we work with essential oils and natural health and wellness. And this company, doTerra, is my absolute favorite. I've always loved natural health, but doTerra is kind of what opened up my eyes, really, when it comes to that world. And so I got started, it was 2011 through my mom.
Nice. See, moms do know best.
They do, and she's she is you are so gorgeous. I just have to say, whatever you do naturally, I want to know, because you look so fabulous. Sweet. And she's the same, and so she's such a fun person to learn from. But to be honest, when she got into oils, I kind of thought it was like a hippie thing. I did. I was like,
That's
so are you
fair.
going to send me like a bunch of patchouli? But she didn't. She sent me like this awesome little kit with doTerra's top 10 oils. I really believe it takes care of almost every issue that comes up on a daily basis.
Right.
And I got that kit, and I didn't use it for like probably 6 months.
Wow.
And I used to work in water treatment and international development.
Yes.
And so I was living down in Peru, and I had some issues come up. And I called my mom, very worried.
Yeah.
And she very calmly was like, well, Alicia, have you tried your oils? And that gave me my first aha, like the oils don't work unless you open them and use them.
That's right.
You know?
Right.
So I did. I opened it, I used it, and I used Melaleuca on something fungal. And Melaleuca and tea tree oil are the same thing. And that was like my big, oh my gosh, it got rid of what I was going through.
Wow.
Which was awesome.
That's awesome.
And in my research, I had found, I have people ask me all the time, like, why don't they put everything that you can use this oil for on the bottle? And it's not possible, because they're good for so many things.
And real quick, I forgot to say this at the beginning. I wanted to just interject that we are not giving medical advice or telling you anything that will treat, cure, prevent, or diagnose diseases. We are just giving you remedies, holistic, natural remedies that a lot of people have benefited from. So as you go in and talk about how Melaleuca helped you and all the list of things that can help, it's again just giving you feedback of what some people have used them for. So I don't want you to worry about taking it out of context or something like that.
No,
so,
thank you so much for adding that, because that is really important.
Absolutely.
So I looked at that Melaleuca, and it said that it was good for bug bites and like any type of skin irritation. So I was using it for all of that. I lived by the ocean in Peru, and there's jungle, and so I was using it all the time, and it was like gone within a month.
Wow.
And that was
Doesn't it
opening.
also, because I think I've used a little bit of a spray when you're outdoors and like the mosquitoes, it's a little bit of a repellent,
it
right?
definitely is. Yes, tea tree oil's really good for that.
Yes.
And so you can put it on you, or you can diffuse it.
Right.
I mean, anything really works when it comes to that.
That's awesome. So actually, you didn't really realize the gift your mom had given you till you had a need for it.
It's true. It's true. And then
there's so much you can do preventative by just using them.
And anytime that you have something that happens, if you just think, okay, well, like first, let me think, what can I try that's in my oil toolkit?
Yes.
And you open that up. There's so much research on the internet. You can just look up whatever you want to, and it's going to have different ways to use it. And then you try it. And if that doesn't work, you can move on to another oil.
Yes.
And you kind of find what works best for you.
Absolutely.
But there are some oils, and I'm sure you agree, that are like top go-to ones.
Top go-to ones.
Yeah.
Leslie always keeps me informed on the top things, like, well, I really love this for this. And I'm like, yes, I want that. And it's because I'm so busy. I don't have time to go to the internet and research. I don't have time. And so what I love about your company is you have people like Leslie that take the time to just be your quick resource. And I can shoot her a quick text at 10 o'clock at night. and be like, hey, I've got this thing on my foot. And she'll be like, this is so good. I've heard this is so good for that. You got to use this. And I'm like, okay. And she'll ship it, she'll even do the order for me. And it's like, I love that this company is set up that way,
Yep.
that you're not on your own, because it can be overwhelming with all the information.
Yep.
Yes.
And we're called wellness advocates.
Yes,
we
I
are.
love that.
And that's really what we do. We like to just help people on their wellness journeys.
Yes, that's beautiful. I love that. So Leslie, how did you guys get connected?
How did we get connected?
Well, through Patricia.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you've done you've done other things. You've looked into other natural health and wellness
I have.
companies.
Right.
I have. Truthfully, I believe God led me here.
Yes.
Because I would have never thought of myself sharing anything that has to do with wellness, let alone putting hands on people and giving them advice.
Yes.
And the passion just grew, and doTerra came in and swooped me up because of
Right.
its purity, because of its ethics, because of the company itself,
Right.
and that I saw people getting the results that they were looking for.
Oh, that's
I caught
beautiful.
on fire.
Absolutely.
And then she came in and added some more matches and a little more fire to me, and here we are.
Well, I think too, God gives us that heart to help others. And that's where these different tools and companies and holistic remedies come in to fit with really what God already gives us. Like, how can I help those other people that are suffering and hurting? And like you said, the ethics lined up with who you are and the purity, what's important to you.
Extremely.
Yes, and so that's why I think it's, again, a company that I've always been behind as well. And, my soap at home is my On Guard.
On Guard foam, our favorite.
Our On Guard foam, right there by my kitchen sink. So it's really neat how you can just incorporate it into your lifestyle.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so that's awesome. And I'm so glad that we came together through a different holistic health technology. That's how
Which is
we
one
met.
of my favorites too.
Which is one of your favorites too, because there's things that we can layer. We all know that we need to exercise. We know we need to eat healthy and take the right supplements, and the oils are just another layer to our wellness journey, to have us for the breakthrough in some of the things that get thrown at us sometimes.
It's true.
Along
That
our
is true.
path.
Yes, along our path.
Yes, so tell me why you came here to California with her, like through Patricia.
Okay, well, so Leslie she's sharing wellness, and you're an incredible sharer. Like,
She is.
all of a sudden there was someone on, so we have like teams, and there's someone on my team who was going crazy, and I was like, who's this lady in California that I've never met? And and so I got on the phone with her. She was like, I would just love it if you came out. And you had been sharing with so many people, and you had all these people that were getting started and having amazing results. And I got out here and I realized this is what I love about you, is you don't let little things hold you back. You just were like, I'm just going to go forward. And I got here and you didn't even know how to actually put an enrollment in. And I didn't realize that because you'd enrolled so many people. And you're like, I don't know, I just call Patricia and she does it, and I just bring the people.
Right, I bring them to the table and I share. My whole thing was really about sharing. I didn't
That's
care
what
about
you like.
compensation. I
Yep.
didn't care about any of that part.
Right.
That I knew there was something out there that could change lives.
Right.
And,
That's what your passion was
that's what
for.
she recognized and thought, well, let me help her.
But that's again why I love this company, because it's a team effort.
Yep.
I have my own other business, I'm a financial advocate is my core business. And then I work with some other wellness technologies because I'm passionate about them. They're not my main compensation, they're not my main job, but they're something I will always want to share because of the way they're helping people.
Yeah.
And the way that this company doTerra has a team membership that I know I'm really busy with the different parts of my company that I run. This isn't my main business. So I can share and then count on other people to help me place the orders, or like you said, help do the enrollments and everything like that.
Keep you all updated on what's
So that you
going
get to
on.
do what your strengths are.
Yep.
You get to kind of just, again, your God-given strengths and put those out there and build something just kind of holistically and organically.
Yeah, and
that's awesome.
I do. I love that about doTerra. And what really, I'm speaking on my own behalf. What brought me to the company side of things was how doTerra works, not just with their customers, but on the other side, like with their growers and how they work with farmers.
Oh, I'd love to hear about that. Yes, the
so,
purity side.
Yeah, so what they've done is they work directly with farmers. So they've cut out the middlemen, And because I used to work in international development, I worked with farmers all the time.
Right.
And in South America and in developing countries, they're really taken advantage of. So doTerra has come in, cut out the middleman, works directly with them, and they actually have something called co-impact sourcing. And so that's where you've got farmers who are in these really impoverished areas, and they're a part of this initiative. And so doTerra will go in and help them with best practices. Sometimes people don't own the land, they're kind of like squatters.
Right.
You know, there's so many different things that we don't even realize here in the United States that people go through abroad. So doTerra will help them get the land, own the land, like I said, best practices there. And then they also will go in through their Healing Hands Foundation, which is their charitable nonprofit.
Yes.
And they will do water and medical facilities.
Nice.
So they're really good about that other side of it too.
Right, the humanitarian side.
Yes. And I was like, wow. I mean, that's
Education.
always what I wanted from a company, and I was having such a hard time finding that in my personal career.
Right.
And I was like, so this isn't exactly what I thought I was going to be doing, but I
Right.
love that I was supporting a company that is doing good in the world.
Yes.
And they were actually asked by the United Nations to lead a panel on ethical sourcing, like global ethical sourcing, not just to
Nice.
participate, but to lead it, because apparently they're the leading company. We're a $2 billion company,
Right.
and we're doing the right thing
Good.
in all aspects. So in addition to all the quality
Right.
of the product, it's just ethical as well.
That's important to me as well, to get behind companies that are doing the right thing in the world. You know, they're not just a company building their own internal wealth, but they're giving back.
Yep.
You know, of course we want companies to be profitable, we want them to be around,
Yep.
but we want that to see where they're giving back. That's
Right.
awesome. I love that. So let's get into some of the great favorites that we love, the basics
Okay.
of, you know, what everyone has to have in their oil toolkit.
So
You know what? Before we go on, though, I wanted to share, have you help share that we're indigenous, that our plants and where we source from is indigenous to where God planted them.
Wow.
And so we're a lot of wild crafting. I get all worried because I'm wild crafting, and you're going to get your healthiest plants from where He planted them, because they're not over here with our smog, with our water, with you know, the things that bring the quality
So
down.
they're planting, they're bringing up these farmers in the areas where these plants are native from.
That's right.
I love that.
and
So
sourcing
I love
is
that
best
too.
quality plants. See, these are the little things that people just don't know
Right.
when they're looking at companies.
sourcing is so important. So it really is a global. I mean, we source from all over in the world. Like
Right.
lavender is going to come from France.
Right.
Lemons from Italy. You know, we know
Yes.
these things, but that's where they grow best.
Right.
And where we get the highest therapeutic benefit.
Awesome.
And then, like Leslie said, how did you say it? That it's going to give us, I'm not sure how you said it, but what they do is they actually look at the chemical profile. So they test for purity and potency.
Right.
And they do 50 different tests over the course of, you know, the distillation to when it's actually bottled and then sold to us. So every single batch of essential oils has been tested and has passed rigorous testing by doTerra and by a third-party laboratory
Nice.
before we receive it.
Right.
I truly believe that is why essential oils have kind of become this huge mainstream thing.
Right.
Is because doTerra took what was a great idea, but we've had a problem all over with adulteration. So we just learned that bergamot, 1 kilo of bergamot that's actually grown and distilled, for every 1 kilo, 10 kilos are sold. So that means that a large percentage of those that you're getting have something in it that's not right. Either it's been adulterated in some way, something synthetic has been added to it, or it's been diluted for
Right.
you know, more money and profit. And so doTerra has eliminated that, and that's given us as a worldwide community an option to have something that's consistently going to be good.
Right.
And that's also why, like, Johns Hopkins and the Huntsman Cancer Institute have partnered with doTerra to do all of this research, because they're like, you consistently provide a high quality oil, and every time it's the same.
That's awesome. So good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for
down
bringing
on
that
that.
up.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for
That's
bringing that up.
great.
should we go through the 3 ways to use? That's like the
Yes.
most basic
Yes,
thing
I love
with
that.
oils. So there's 3 ways to use. There's aromatic, there's topical, and there's internal.
Okay.
So when it comes to aromatic use, I feel like a lot of people know that.
Right.
And my favorite way, is it okay if we do it right
Yes,
here?
bring it. Just you can
Okay.
bring the diffuser up on your lap so that they can see you, because camera just kind of cuts
Yeah.
you off right here.
Okay, so there's
Or I
actually
can hold it if you
there
want.
is. I'm gonna have all of us try it. Is that okay?
Oh, yes.
So there's 2 ways, or there's a couple ways you can do
Okay.
aromatic. So you can smell right from the bottle, like this. I love, and this is our wild orange essential oil. So wild orange citrus oils, they're just uplifting.
Right.
They're actually detoxifying. When we put this on our hands, it's like antibacterial. So we're
Nice.
cleansing them as well. But my favorite way to use it is I put 1 drop, and I'll have you guys do this in just a
Okay.
second too. And then you rub your hands together, you breathe out, and then
Yes.
and it just helps to. Will
Right.
you tell me how you feel when you smell it?
Yep. A little extra for me.
Yeah.
Happy.
Right? Good deep breath.
Oh, that was a good
Right?
deep
And it
breath.
helps to just
It's
eliminate
just-
stress.
yes.
Yeah.
No, but it's just like clarity and just uplifting and
Lovely.
lovely,
Pure
and you want
loveliness,
more.
That's right.
Yeah, and it's calming. I love the wild orange. So that's right there. That's a perfect way to use it aromatically.
Well, and you know the limbic system, which is where we store traumatic, all emotions really in the limbic system, it responds only to scent.
Yes.
Right. She was telling me that recently, and when I
So
was talking.
when you take in this scent of it's bringing forward emotions that are those feel good, climbing an orange tree, eating an orange, just everything associated with those kind of memories. It's just
Right.
really
It
really
is.
cool.
It's very cool. I know the limbic system. The fact that we have a direct line to
Yes,
our
through-
brain
through scent.
just through scent, and here it's like you have a little like a kit for your emotions right
Yes,
there. A first
absolutely.
aid kit for your
Uh-huh.
emotions right
Right.
there that you can just pick it up and smell it.
Absolutely.
and share with your friends just because you
Yes,
have it on.
right.
Yeah.
Make the whole room a little happier.
Uh-huh.
So then also with aromatic use, you can get a diffuser.
Yes.
And this is doTerra's new addition. It's the Volo diffuser.
Beautiful.
I know. I love it. And it actually can run for up to 14 hours.
Wow, because I do mine at night on my bedside table.
Mm-hmm.
I run something that purifies the air. I think it's the same foaming stuff I have.
On Guard?
You can for the cleaning of the atmosphere around you, the air,
Yep. And that's
like an air purifier.
such a good point. So when you diffuse
Yes.
essential oils, they go out and they just purify the air for you. So they
Right.
eliminate all those threats, all those germs. It's a great thing to diffuse during seasons where people are oftentimes getting sick because it just
Right.
helps boost your immune system.
Absolutely. And some people don't even know the little molds maybe that are living in their walls or different things that
Good
you
point.
don't, or the dust that's, just whatever, and it's coming through and you're breathing it in, and that just kind of grabs it all.
Oh yeah, it definitely will. My mom had mold in her bathroom, and she took just lemon essential oil. So
Yes.
citrus oils are really cleansing; they're good for
Right.
cleaning. She took lemon and she diffused 24/7 for a couple
Right.
of days, and the mold was totally gone.
I love that. See? I love that. Perfect. Okay.
Do you want to talk about topical use? The other way, yeah. Okay.
ahead.
Okay. So for topical use, that's another way to use the
Yes.
essential oils, and I love topical use because I just feel like anything that you put on your skin, it's absorbed into your bloodstream in 30 seconds, and so it's very quick. Essential oils are absorbed in 30 seconds. Anything you put on your skin is absorbed within 30 minutes, but essential oils are very fast.
Right.
Okay? And so when it's absorbed into your bloodstream, it starts going throughout your body and working. And it actually has the potential to get to every single cell in your body, which is fantastic.
Right.
So when I use oils topically, usually I dilute them, okay? And so when I say dilute, what do you normally think? Water.
Water.
Right.
Yeah, but you
Oil
don't
and water
use
doesn't
water.
mix.
Yes, oil and water don't mix. So you want to use another oil. So you want to use a fatty vegetable oil.
Okay.
And so doTerra has something called fractionated coconut oil. and it's coconut oil with the fat taken out. I love this stuff because it's not greasy. If you get it on your clothes, it comes out. It doesn't leave a mark.
Good.
Never turns rancid.
Oh, good. Wow.
So I just put a couple drops of the coconut oil and a couple drops of whatever oil, and then I put it on wherever I feel like I need it. Maybe I want to smell good. Maybe
Yes.
I've got a skin irritation. But one funny thing is that the bottoms of your feet have the largest pores in your body. And so putting it on the bottom of your feet is another really good way to get it into your body. And say that you don't like the smell of something.
Right.
Just put it on the bottom of your feet, and then you don't have to
Right.
worry about it.
So I put my oregano oil is on the bottom of my feet.
Yes.
Yeah. And do you know I can taste the oregano within 5 minutes?
Oh my goodness, I've never even thought about that.
I can totally. I put it on the bottom of my feet, and I can already tell it's in my taste buds. I'm like, oh, there it is.
Yep.
There's that oregano. I do it at night, when I'm going to sleep, but because I've heard it's so good for the immune system boost.
Yep.
It is.
So
Oh, it's very good for the immune system boost. There are some oils, and oregano oil is one of them, that you should always dilute. You might not on the bottoms of your feet because the
I
bottoms of your
don't.
feet are not sensitive, so you're
but,
fine there.
But you can't put it anywhere else because it's
Yes.
it's very rough
Yes.
on other parts.
It's
Sensitive
hot
areas.
oil.
It's hot oil.
Yep.
So you do have to dilute it, but on the bottoms of my feet, yeah.
Yep.
It's the bottoms of the feet, the palms of the hand, and inside of the mouth that won't be burned. It's the skin that you need to worry about.
Oh, good
For
to
sensitive
know. For
skins.
sensitive skins, yes.
So, and then you can look up online what oils are hot and which oils are
Right.
not. Because a lavender you can put right on your skin and it's fine.
I put it right here when I go to sleep every night, and I do this, and I love my lavender at
you
night
love the
for
lavender.
bedtime. Yeah, sometimes
the
I'll do the
pillows.
mist on the pillow.
Oh,
see?
see?
I think you recommended that one to me too. I think
I
yes,
did. One of my favorites to offer out.
She always just tells me, "Oh, this is my favorite. It's on special this month." Okay.
Yep. What's your favorite to diffuse?
My most favorite to diffuse would have to be, I like wild orange and On Guard. I like the combination.
Yeah.
That's
one
a
of
great
my most
combo.
favorite. And Citrus Bliss is my go-to.
Yeah.
It's always my go-to.
Yep.
Citrus Bliss. It's a lovely, lovely aroma and uplifting, and I use that in my shop. At
I
all
like that you
times.
guys have the blends too, where you already can put together some, blends for us, and we don't have to always
The priority.
think about which ones to put together.
And doTerra's done so much research that it just makes sense to use
Right.
what they've got. I mean, it's fine to blend your own. That's really fun.
Yes.
do that a lot.
But they have these blends. So rather than just a lavender or peppermint, you've got, On Guard we mentioned, which is our protective blend that has wild orange in it. It has cinnamon. It has
Frankincense.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it smells so good.
It's so good.
It kind of smells like Christmas in a bottle.
It does.
It does because it's just that cinnamony good.
And it does
smell.
so many good things. I mean, and it cleans. It's such a good thing to put in a bottle and use it for cleaning.
It's the
and-
best for cleaning. It's an antimicrobial, and so every bacteria, fungus, viral is
Yes.
wiped out.
Right. That's
And
incredible.
you can smell that. And they did some research a while back that they did the countertops, and it took 5 days for any kind of bacteria to actually be able to grow again.
Wow. 5
Remember that at
days.
convention?
Yeah, I do actually. I do. I was just thinking about it. You have such a good memory because I was like, was it 5 days? Yeah.
so that
And
was
you know what else?
exciting.
I have these dryer balls, or just these really hard cloth balls that help keep the towels from bunching up, and just kind of, they're kind of these balls. And I have my wild orange right above my dryer, and I just not saturate, but put like 3 drops on these balls and rub them together, and then throw them in for the dryer.
Yeah.
And just have it give the clothes that fresh citrus.
And the laundry room, that fresh citrus.
Yes, and then you're not using the chemical dryer sheets,
It's
because
such
those
a
are all
good-
chemicals.
Yeah, your laundry, it surprises me how many people have skin issues, and you don't put it together, but it's because of what you're using in your
Right.
laundry.
Uh-huh.
Because you wear that on your skin every single day. And so if you're using a laundry detergent that has a lot of chemicals in it,
Yeah.
and and the dryer sheets are really not
Full
the
of
best.
chemicals.
Yes, they're
They
full
are.
of chemicals.
Just read the ingredients, you
Yeah.
know. And we
Feel it.
can have our clothes smell really fresh and nice with just using essential oils on these little cloth balls that
Yeah.
just absorb the
Right.
scent, and then you just toss it in with it.
Yep.
It doesn't get on the clothes. It's perfect.
Yep.
Or if
For
I'm
the
washing
benefit.
just pajamas, I might do the lavender oil in there just
Yeah.
because the lavender is so good for bedtime. So
I put it in my washer.
So
I
let's
do-
go
I do
back.
sheets with lavender.
Oh, do you?
I do.
Perfect.
I
The
love
sheets are perfect for lavender.
Absolutely.
I do that too.
Put it right in the washer.
Oh yeah, put the lavender in the washer. And just
do.
like in my hot tub, when I'm taking a bath, I
Oh,
soak in
I
the
have
lavender
done
oil.
that.
I put that in
Oh.
with my Epsom salts.
Yes.
I put the lavender drops in my bathtub. Let's talk about that. The top 10 that you mentioned in that came in
Yeah.
that toolkit, because we are having so much fun. Our time is flying by, and we're going to have to do a part
right.
2 for sure. But
Okay, so I do want to mention you can also take doTerra's essential oils internally. So
that's right. We were going to talk about
not
internally.
all people or not all companies you can take them internally, but because ours are so pure, you can. So in your water, a drop in water, we've got little veggie capsules, or right under the tongue. But doTerra has this family essentials kit. It's the
love
top
that.
10 oils that they carry, and it just has a little bit of everything. So the On Guard that we mentioned.
Yes.
Frankincense, which is the king of oils. It was given to baby Jesus.
That's right.
It's a very good oil. I say every day on the bottom of your feet.
Yep. I do
some
that too with my
frankincense.
oregano on one foot and frankincense on the other.
Oh, there you go. There
And
you
this has
go.
oregano.
They're sitting right next door to each other.
Yeah. It has oregano, lavender, which is good for, calming, but it's also really good for any skin issues.
Great. If I get a bug bite, I put that lavender right on there and it stops itching.
Yes,
And if
exactly.
I get burned, that takes the burn out like that, including sunburns,
see?
water burns, things that
Yeah.
happen. You might apply it a couple times, but then the pain's gone and you've
right.
protected your skin.
Absolutely. That's a great idea
It's a
too.
rejuvenator for the skin.
Yeah. And then we've got a digestive one. We've got one that's good for your respiratory system. And
I
then it
love the
comes in this-
digestive. That
Oh,
box
yeah.
is so cute.
Isn't
I love
it awesome?
It's so cute. The digestive, I'll tell you what, anytime I've eaten something I shouldn't, get my veggie cap and I put my ginger oil in there, or Digestin. Is that? Is
Yeah,
that what it's called?
digestion, exactly.
And I put it in there, or ginger oil, and take it, and within 10 minutes or so, all my bloaty, gassy, everything, it's gone.
Totally gone. Yep.
And for little ones, you can just rub a drop with your coconut oil, right? You can just rub it right on
That's
the belly.
right.
Yep.
You don't have to take it internally. You can just rub it right on. Because sometimes little ones,
Yeah.
babies that get gassy and stuff.
Oh, it's so good for
So
that.
good
the
for that.
digestion. Oh yeah, exactly like you said, with a little bit of the coconut oil, it's perfect.
Yes, yes.
And sleeping. I think the respiratory blend called Breathe, really great on the backs of little kids, and I use that every night, and it does help with snoring too. If
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
interesting.
Yes.
I love that. Well, I can't believe our time is already up for this session. So we're going to do a part 2 because
Wow.
this has just been too fun and there's way too much more to talk about. So thank you, gals, for being here for this one, and you'll stay for another one, right?
Of
Absolutely.
course.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
I hope
Thank
you've
you.
enjoyed this time with doTerra and essential oils and all this great knowledge and insight. And so stay tuned for our next episode, and thanks for joining us today. See you later. Bye.
Bye.